Well, summer's coming quickly, but got a little bit of rain today, so haven't done too much for the birds, just done a little bit of tidying up. You can see the new round of young birds is sitting up here, so hopefully tomorrow we'll get them out for a little bit of a fly, and you'll see I'm actually quite excited about this bunch of birds. These are mainly a lot of my harder day birds that I've picked for more one-loft stuff anyway. Not everyone's favourite, you know, it's not everyone's cup of tea, the old one-loft racing, but the next year or two is going to be quite demanding for me time-wise, so I'll do what local races we can, and hopefully we can get a little bit more in the one-loft scene. Considering our first race last week, we managed to get third place, which is a good sign. It's related to some of my birds, but it was bred by Jace, who supplied us with a lot of really good birds. So most of these birds in front of us are going to be related to the bird that placed last weekend, but at the same time, you know, these are all related to the birds that I would say 90% of them are related to Jace's birds, and they're really good. And actually there's a lot of them coming up in the auction shortly, so we're auctioning off some of these guys, not these ones, but they're quite close relations. We won't go into it, but that's starting next Wednesday, and I'm selling off some of my best kettle birds as well. Like I said, life's about to get really busy. I can't really say too much just yet, but I'm very excited about it. But I've got to balance things out a bit better, so that's why we're sort of reducing the numbers a little bit and just really focusing on those tough birds and the birds that are going to handle the one-loft racing stuff as well. So that's why we've made a few changes in here, and I know, you know, I apologize in advance, but life just gets busy. What are you two fighting for? I think that these two get confused. I think they're all paired up. I don't know what's going on there, because they have been getting along really well, but we'll go through box and box. We'll have a little bit of a look anyway and see where we're at. We've got yes, it's okay, I just want to have a look because there's something in here that I want to show everyone. So can you just hop off for a second, or not? Okay. So let's have a look. So we'll get some background on this. So I did have a pair over in here raising up some chicks, and I come out yesterday, and yesterday I think it was, when I got home from work, and the eggs were like cold. For some reason they've actually got off the eggs, which is very disappointing, because the baby's in there. I'm pretty excited to get them moving. So one of them was actually dead because it just got too cold, and then I just seen one just little beak moving inside the egg very slightly because they were very cold, and then I managed to put it in under this pair because these ones are hatching as well. So this family's gonna be 3, unfortunately, but these guys will be able to handle it no problem. 3 is not too bad. They can handle more than that, but it's not ideal. Anyway, I put this little guy in here. I don't know how he's going to go, but that's actually just the eggshell and blood there. It's not actually injured or anything. But I put him in here, and he actually warmed up, and he started moving, and he hatched. So I'm hoping, has this one got crop milk yet? Can't be too far off it. So I'm hoping this little guy pulls through, because he's a little fighter. Unfortunately, his nest mate is dead. This one is the first one to hatch. This is the second one. So these two are what's meant to be in this nest, and this is just little mate that's joined in for the party. So we'll see how we go. These actually are 3 of a kind crossed Rosetta. I floated them in under this pair here for now, but that's a little story there. So that's why there's 3 in here, because this little guy is a fighter, and I've got a good feeling about those pigeons. And I do try, well, the pairing of this, we've got some on the other side. Come on girl. Oh, she's such a noisy little hen, this one. Come on. I'll put you back there. You got to look up, keep those little babies warm. But she's a beautiful little hen, this one. I do want to pair her up and give her some of her own babies soon, but I need to try and get through with trying to line up the right cockbird to pair her with. I'm not hugely excited about the one she's paired up with now. We do have both of the babies in Meadow One Loft race that is related, which are her babies. So we'll see how we go. So we will continue on. I've managed to pair these up, got the fronts off this morning, and everyone's in the spot where they're meant to be. So we've got new sensation in here. This is his box, and we've paired him up with a new hen. So this is actually Apache's daughter. She was she actually done reasonably well last race season. She was very young, or this year been. We didn't clock her, but she was just very consistent, and I don't really care if we're not clocking them or not, but I like pigeons, especially because we live out in the middle of nowhere, right out the back, in the middle of a falcon breeding infestation. And apparently I think they release the falcons that they breed out here as well, so it's starting to make some sense. But this little hen done quite well. So what we've done, because she's the daughter of Apache, I have paired her up to new sensation, which is this big fella here, and they're a beautiful pair. I'm very excited to see how we go with these, and she's not too far off laying as well. So the babies from this pair are going to be, well, one of them. We might just pick one from each nest, but we'll just see how they turn out. And if we do get 2 nests, they'll be in the Bundaberg One Loft race. We're going to enter 5 this year. I'm only a small flyer, so we'll just put a couple in, see how we go. And yeah, what can we do? So she won't be too far away from laying. She's a funny little hen, this one. She's very defensive, but she's a little bit flighty as well. So I'm hoping these hens will lay at reasonably the same time. She's a beautiful little hen though. And you're not too bad either. And we got the old girl here. She's actually not old either. She's only young. She was very consistent this year too. And that's actually her baby that I haven't, he's not ready to wean out just yet. So see how we go. Oh, he comes, he's getting a bit jealous. Yes, I know. Okay, just chill, mate. She's hovering around the nest too, so she's not too far away from giving us some eggs, which is good to see. And nothing much going on in this one. I've just got it blocked off. I'll block this one off too. We may put another pair in there, but I'm just trying to keep the pairs out of where they're not meant to be. And I'm going to try and block this one off too, because this cockbird, although he's meant to be in here, he's trying to take over all the boxes here, which is a bit of a pain. All right, now we've got 3 of a kind back where he's meant to be. I've had a lot of rain today, so the birds have been playing out in the rain. They're enjoying it, just sitting out on it. So we've got Bondi here, and she is paired up with the big boy, which is 3 of a kind, which is the cockbird here. He's beautiful, this one. Nothing, I don't know why these two, they're very interesting. Like, they get along so well, but like you've seen in the video before, sometimes they have these little lovers tiffs where I just don't understand it, but hey, we'll see how we go. So the little fighter baby that we've got floating in the pair over there, that's actually the mother. So we floated the last round out so I could pair her up ready for the One Loft race entries. So she's actually not too far away from laying either. And she's actually turned out to be a beautiful little hen. And the big boy's there as well. And one other change that we've made actually is we did have the blue bar hen in here. And what I've done today, this actually, because they've been in here for a week, everyone else is paired up, no problems. This one still hadn't paired up, and this cockbird was quite a good breeder for me last year. So what I'm trying to do, or they've instantly paired up, I've put Rosetta in here. And look at him, he's a beautiful pigeon. Basically all the pigeons now are like tougher, real tough, like middle distance pigeons, with some a little bit further out, maybe to the 800 kilometer mark. And hopefully that will benefit us in the One Loft racing and local racing as well. So I'm not going to race every single race, but I just want to, if I'm going to race, I want to do reasonably well and get some good returns. But he's just a bit camera shy at the moment. And we've got Apache down here too, which will get him in there so we can have a look. And we've got Apache in there. He's a beautiful pigeon. Look at him. And he breeds well. So his daughter's one up the top there was looking at before. And he, this year, is paired up with a hen that we got from Daniel Brandt. And she's doing quite well. We do have the brother to it, but he's just super aggressive and very difficult to deal with at the moment. So I thought the ideal pairing is actually to pair these two together, because she's predominantly Koopman. I think she's down off like the Phil Gorman birds and some of the Goodacre stuff. And there's a whole bunch of other things mixed in there as well. So predominantly Koopman, so I thought, that's probably going to be an interesting mix to put with the young boy over here. So we'll see. We've got the first round out. We've weaned that out. So we'll see how that turns out in the next few days. We'll go in there tomorrow and look at them in tomorrow's video. But I will see you guys in the next video. But stay tuned. The One Loft is starting again, and we've got some races next weekend too. So see you then.